can't find the end. Caught in the tide where the shadows blend. Over and over I can't pretend. I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend. Like fire, it burns my skin. The line so thin between loss and win. These tangled dreams, they start to ascend. But I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend. Is it the night, or is it the flame? Who's to blame? Who's to name? Every thought I chase, every road I bend. Still, I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend. Flowing like rivers, can't find the end. Caught in the tide where the shadows blend. Over and over I can't pretend. I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend. Flowing like rivers, can't find the end. Caught in the tide where the shadows blend. Over and over, I can't pretend. I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend, I wish I could mend. Neon cracked streets bleeding in the haze. Shadows of the past dancing alleyways. Concrete whispers, secrets to the rain. A fractured mirror, every face in pain. Community broken apart, scattered hearts. Pieces of the puzzle lost in the dark. Fragmented streets, where do we start? Rebuild the love, rebuild the spark. Graffiti screams what words cannot say. Colors clash where unity fades away. A child skips stones on a river of tears, wishing the current could wash away fears. Dreams pixelated, hope signal lost. The cost of connection, what's the cost? Signals crossing, hearts misaligned. Searching for a frequency we can't find. Community broken apart, scattered hearts. Pieces of the puzzle lost in the dark. Fragmented streets, where do we start? Rebuild the love, rebuild the spark. Fingers tracing cracks in the walls. Listening close for the city's calls. Healing begins with a single hand. One voice, one light, one grain of sand. To touch your skin, so soft yet bold. Will it free my soul or make it cold? Your eyes dig deep like a silver blade, lost in emotion, a love betrayed. Kiss me fast, so free from my mind. Don't leave the pieces of us behind. Your breath's a whisper, but it cuts so loud. A fleeting hope in the darkest cloud. I trace your face like a map I follow. Every line holds pain and hollow. Your lips are fire, their eyes they sting. A tangled web love can often break. The taste of you is a shade of gray. Between the storms and skies we pray. You break me open, you heal me slow. A paradox that I'll never know. Kiss me fast, so free from my mind. Don't leave the pieces of us behind. Your breath's a whisper, but it cuts so loud. A fleeting hope in the darkest cloud. Like a map I follow, every line holds pain and hollow. Your breath's a whisper, but it cuts so loud. A fleeting hope in the darkest cloud. I trace your face like a map I follow. Every line holds pain and hollow. Your breath's a whisper, but it cuts so loud. A fleeting hope in the darkest cloud. I trace your face like a map I follow. Every line holds pain and hollow. Your lips are fire, their eyes they sting. A tangled web love can often bring. The taste of you is a shade of gray. Between the storms and skies we pray. You break me open, you heal me slow. A paradox that I'll never know. To leave you now would destroy it all. Yet holding on means I'll watch us fall. The clock is ticking, my heart's on fire. A toxic dance with the cruel desire. Watch us fall. The clock is ticking, my heart's on fire. A toxic dance with a cruel desire. I call me a ghost in the corner, shadow there, only seen when others fade into thin air. Barefooted steps on the heart they ignore, but baby, my shoes ain't by the door. I'm not a shelter for your rainy days, not a backup plan to fix your ways. Each time you crash, you seek a new light, but the still honey's not so bright. Go run through the storm, chase what you adore. You won't find me waiting, not anymore. Your footsteps echo, I won't look around. I'm building my life where you're not the sound. You come with the charm, rehearsed to finesse. A magnet to chaos, yet claim you're a mess. The pull of your orbit's a dangerous rope, but darling, today I'm cutting that hope. Go run through the storm, chase what you adore. You won't find me waiting, not anymore. Your footsteps echo, I won't look around. I'm building my life where you're not the sound. Go run through the charm, rehearsed to finesse. A magnet to chaos, you claim you're a mess. The pull of your orbit's a dangerous rope, but darling, today I'm cutting that hope. Go run through the storm, chase pushed away. Your cycles of love aren't a place I'll stay. Take your empty promises and open door. I won't be found here, not anymore. Go run through the storm, chase what you'll adore. You won't find me waiting, not anymore. Your footsteps echo, I won't look around. I'm building my life where you're not the sound. A heart burns to shield when it's pushed away. Your cycles of love aren't a place I'll stay. Take your empty promises and open door. I won't be found here, not anymore.
Heart's a tambourine, they stop in the shake. Words caught in a bottle, toss them in the lake. Shadow box my truths, let the silence flow. Tomorrow's promise keeps me toe to toe. Moonlight confessions written in the haze. Shuffle through emotions, stuck in a maze. A tongue-tied poet, sparring with pain. Hope keeps whispering, soon it explain. Wishing I didn't hide my feelings, oh no. Every glint of truth I forgot to show. One day you would know, one day you'll see the melody I buried deep inside of me. Low-fly snooze beats on the city views. Clocks tick-tock, but I refuse to let this bluesy truth stay undercover. Paint my soul on a sky you can rediscover. Harmonies climb where my courage fell. Echoes of my silence ring a cracked church bell. Tears hit the floor, you're a pool of prose. Breeze carries fear, but love always knows. Wishing I didn't hide my feelings, oh no. Every glint of truth I forgot to show. One day you would know, one day you'll see the melody I buried deep inside of me. Low-fly snooze beats on the city views. Clocks tick-tock, but I refuse to let this bluesy truth stay undercover. Paint my soul on a sky you can rediscover.
Lost in the dust, grew you up in the rain. On a mountain you stood, so high on the day. Just don't think you know, but somewhere I know there's a heaven, a star in the sky that is mine. Somewhere I know I'll be strong, and maybe I can be right for the first time. I know that it's cold, I know you're not alone, I know you're not alone, but somewhere I know there's a heaven, a star in the sky that is mine. Somewhere I know I'll be strong, and maybe I can be right for the first time. There's a place I don't know, but I know I belong, and I will not forget all the ones who were wrong. But there's a place I don't know, but I know I belong, and I will not forget all the ones who were wrong. But somewhere I know there's a heaven, a star in the sky that is mine. I know I'll be strong, and maybe I can be right for the first time. Is the room really empty, or is it half full? Shadows on the walls, they're playing me for a fool. Echoes in the corner, they laugh and they stew. I swear the silence knows the things I never knew. The floorboards creak while the ceiling sighs. Windows whisper secrets, but I can't see their eyes. The clock ticks louder like it's counting my mistakes. Every second mocks the moves that I fake. Is the room really empty, or am I just blind? Do the ghosts in the mirror still read my mind? Every hollow space holds a story untold. Is emptiness warm or just bitter and cold? The lamp flickers twice like it's sending a code. Maybe it knows the punchline I've never been told. I've been filling the space with every what if game, but nothing feels lighter, it all weighs the same. The walls breathe heavy like they've heard it before. Soft murmurs in the cracks, they beg me for more. A riddle for a heartbeat, it's pulling me in. Is the room really empty, or covered in skin? Is the room really empty, or am I just blind? Do the ghosts in the mirror still read my mind? Every hollow space holds a story untold. Is emptiness warm or just bitter and cold?
People come, people go in a broken parade. Leaves fall, doors swing, life's masquerade. Hearts wear cracks, but still learn to mend. In the circle of time, the start meets the end. Shadows whisper tales of where they've roamed. Footsteps echo in the places we've called home. Eyes meet, sparks fade or ignite anew. In every goodbye there's a chance for a view. People go, people come, people go, but my cup overflows. Each tear, each smile, water seeds that will grow. Nothing ever lost, hearts forever rebuilt. like the tide they're pulled, but they'll shape the sands. Keep your gaze forward, but don't forget behind. To lose and to gain is the dance unconfined. People come, people go, but my strength is whole. Every clash, every hug makes my spirit unroll. Nothing ever gone, the fragments rebound. We're all hoping in silence to finally be found. People come, people go, but my strength is whole. Every clash, every hug makes my spirit unroll. Nothing ever gone, the fragments rebound. We're all hoping in silence to finally be found.
Iluminados, caminamos. Iluminados, caminamos. Rattling in my head, think I found the perfect specimen. Will you come and be my next of kin? Time and space don't matter when I think of you.
Step up, you know I got you, let me bring you up to speed. We're here to take it over and we go full steam. You can bet your life on me, ain't no time a lifelong lesson. I'm a teacher of a different kind, baby. Don't you worry, I ain't in no hurry. We could go on like this all night. Even in the dark, I'm your guiding light. Always there for me, and you know I got you. I'll always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. Look into my eyes, that's the one I need. It ain't hard to spot it, you got what I need. Just like that, you know I got you. Just like that, you know I got you. Look into my eyes, that's the one I need. It ain't hard to spot it, you got what I need. Just like that, you know I got you. Just like that, you know I got you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. I will always be there for you, even if I can't be near you. Look into my eyes, that's the one I need. It ain't hard to spot it, you got what I need. Just like that, you know I got you. Just like that, you know I got you.
Tinsel and snowflakes light up the night. Laughter and joy sparkle so bright. Candles and windows, warmth in the air. Holiday magic everywhere. Presents wrapped up with ribbons and bows. Smiles all around, everyone knows. Carols echoing out in the streets. Friends and family where hearts meet. Holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. Make peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Cookies and cocoa lights on the tree. Children with wonder, there's so much to see. Stockings are stuffed with secrets to share. Moments of magic beyond compare. Under the mistletoe, time seems to pause, making new memories because snowballs and laughter fill up the air. We've got that holiday flair. Holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. Make peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. May peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Happy holidays. holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. May peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Cookies and cocoa, lights on the tree. Children with wonder, there's so much to see. Stockings are stuffed with secrets to share. Moments of magic beyond compare. Under the mistletoe, time seems to pause, making new memories because snowballs and laughter fill up the air. We've got that holiday flair. Under the mistletoe, time seems to pause, making new memories because snowballs and laughter fill up the air. We've got that holiday flair. Holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. May peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Holiday madness, love all around. Wishing you blessings where joy can be found. May peace fill your heart every single day. Happy holidays, let's all celebrate. Cup of JoJo in your hand, morning rush you have planned. Sip the dream and taste the skies, fueling day with bright surprise. Whisper steam from golden mug, tripping heart with gentle tug, glowing warmth from sunlit brew, waking up the world anew. Every sip tells me stories, lifting spirits, sharing glories. Cup of JoJo, come alive. In this moment we thrive. Every sip tells me stories, lifting spirits, sharing glories. Cup of JoJo, come alive. In this moment we thrive. Electric sparks, they light the night. You're the spark, plug in my side. Fix a jolt with all my might. Elixir's flow feels so right. Buzz and hum, we flicker fast. We'll make the moment last. In your circuit, dreams we cast. A future that'll last. Voltage high, no looking back. Our love ignites the track. Find the code, crack the hack. We'll electrify what lasts. I'm the one they call on nights of despair, picking up pieces when no one else cares. On the shoulder for their endless sorrow, but who will catch me when it's my turn tomorrow? I hold the torch when the paths are dark, mending hearts shattered by life's cruel mark. I'm the glue that keeps the world whole, but my own cracks linger in the shadows untold. Who fixes me when I fall apart? Who mends shreds of my weary heart. In silent storms I brave alone. Who will listen to my broken tones? They see the smile plastered on my face, never the tears I privately embrace. I build them up when they tumble down, but who's there for me when I drown? Behind the mask of strength I wear, there's a soul that's burdened with its share. I stand tall when the skies are gray, but who's my rock when I fray? Who fixes me when I fall apart? Who mends the shreds of my weary heart? In silent storms I brave alone. Who will listen to my broken tones? Behind the mask of strength I wear, there's a soul that's burdened with its share. I stand tall when the skies are gray, but who's my rock when I fray? Who fixes me when I fall apart? Who mends the shreds of my weary heart? In silent storms I brave alone. Who will listen to my broken tones? Wake up to a brew with something brand new. Robot Andy in my cup, hey, that's the view. Electronic groove with a smile just for you. Morning shine brighter when he's brewing deja vu. Sip some tomorrow with a twist of today. Bringing tech to my taste buds, say hooray. Every drop a melody, a robotic ballet. Start the day this way and chase the gray away. Best part of waking up, it's true, no fuss. Robot Andy on your cup with that Robo Plus. It's the mornings with the twist, futuristic touch. Pour me some of that high-tech love, it's a must. Shadows linger where the light once stayed. Echoes whisper of the games we played. Fingers trace the dust on broken frames. And the silence now still remains. Still remains the hollow in my chest. A quiet ache where we once confessed. Fading in laughter like a ghostly refrain. Even in the void still remains. Raindrops tapping on a cracked window pane. Time moves slowly yet it feels the same. The scent of your memory drifts through the air. I reach for nothing, but you're still there. Distant hum of a world unaware. The weight of moments we used to share. Between the beats of a broken chain, the truth of us still remains. Still remains the hollow in my chest. A quiet ache where we once confessed. Fading in laughter like a ghostly refrain. Even in the void still remains. A thousand lights and the stars still cry. Beneath the moonlight where dreams go to die. But in the ruins of lost fragile domains, a piece of you still remains.
waves keep on crashing, stars up in the night. Your voice is a melody, making everything right. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Every single whisper brings me back to you. Colors of the sunrise paint a love that's true. In the light of the moon, dreams begin to bloom. Memories we're sharing underneath the stars. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Every single whisper brings me back to you. Colors of the sunrise paint a love that's true. In the light of the moon, dreams begin to bloom. Memories we're sharing underneath the stars. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Blue as the ocean, almost like the sky. I will always think of you. You're a beautiful soul. Waves keep on crashing, stars up in the night. Your voice is a melody, making everything right. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Every single whisper brings me back to you. Colors of the sunrise paint a love that's true. In the light of the moon, dreams begin to bloom. Memories we're sharing underneath the stars. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Every single whisper brings me back to you. Colors of the sunrise paint a love that's true. In the light of the moon, dreams begin to bloom. Dreams begin to bloom. Memories we're sharing underneath the stars. Blue as the ocean, shine like the sky. In my heart you'll always stay, never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Dreams begin to bloom. Never say goodbye. Blue as the ocean, almost like the sky. I will always think of you. You're a beautiful soul. Far away, loveland, miss you deeply, love. Waves of time stand still, dreams they keep me warm. Every sunset fades, heart beats like a drum, longing for your touch. Days they feel so numb. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day, holding on to memories till we're close again someday. Stars above us dance, light up all my fears, feeling your embrace through the flow of tears. Oceans can't divide, heart stays by your side. Mountains high and wide, with you I confide. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day, holding on to memories till we're close again someday. Oceans can't divide, heart stays by your side. Mountains high and wide, with you I confide. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day, holding on to memories till we're close again someday. Far away, loveland, miss you deeply, love. Waves of time stand still, dreams they keep me warm. Every sunset fades, heart beats like a drum, longing for your touch. Days they feel so numb. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day, holding on to memories till we're close again someday. Stars above us dance, light up all my fears, feeling your embrace through the flow of tears. Oceans can't divide, heart stays by your side. Mountains high and wide, with you I confide. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day, holding on to memories till we're close again someday. Stars above us dance, light up all my fears, feeling your embrace through through the flow of tears. Oceans can't divide, heart stays by your side. Mountains high and wide, with you I confide. Far away, oh far away, love's a journey night and day. Holding on to memories till we're close again someday.
Friday night and we unwind. Silly shows, they blow my mind. Scrolling through the endless feed, find a laugh, that's all I need. Came across the wackiest scene. Where does pants go, what a dream. Laughing hard, I hit replay. Made my night in every way. He lost his pants, there they went. Laughing till the night is spent. Clumsy moves and funny dances, memes and gags and second chances. Social feed, it keeps the fun. Never ending, always runs. Silly shows and viral clips. Can't stop watching, breaks my ribs. It racks and racks. Comments flooding, can't hold back. Shared it with my closest friends. Let the humor never end. He lost his pants, there they went. Laughing till the night is spent. Clumsy moves and funny dances, memes and gags and second chances. Social feed, it keeps the fun. Never ending, always runs. Silly shows and viral clips. Can't stop watching, breaks my ribs.
Something to say, don't leave so soon. You don't wanna miss out what I have to tell you. Wait, 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 don't leave me just yet. Wait, 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 hold on just a sec, wait. Peace and love to you. Sometimes it'll stay, so I can pass my message straight to you. But if you don't wait, I can't tell you one more phrase. Just wait one more line. Hey, I got something to say. Don't leave so soon. You don't wanna miss out what I have to tell you. Wait, 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 don't leave me just yet. Wait, 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 hold on just a sec. Wait, peace and love. message straight to you. But if you don't wait, I can't tell you one more phrase. Just wait, one more line. Wait, 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 don't leave me too soon. Just wait, 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 hold on a second too. I got something to say to you, just wait. Peace and love to you. Now see, aren't you glad you held on for my last line to you? So next time just wait, don't leave me so soon. Peace and love to you. Now see, aren't you glad you held on for my last line to you? So next time just wait, don't leave me so soon. Wait, wait, wait. Down this dusty road, little past this tree, sit a place where the birds run free. Spot, place, and time where the stories of my life go from time. Till in this land, for 30 years, boy, I'm telling you, story of my life put on this land. Hey there, Joe, he a good old man down on the farm. That's how it's got to be. Love for you, love for me. Welcome to my farm. Need something fixed, I can see what I can do. Simple life, that's how we do. Have to save that calf, now the cats need feed. Running this farm, tractor hit that rock, no big deal either. We get it done around these parts. Story of my life, put on this land. Hey there, Joe, he a good old man down on the farm. That's how it's got to be. Love for you, love for me. Welcome to my farm. Need something fixed, I can see what I can do. Simple life, that's how we do. Love for you, love for me. Welcome to my farm. Now the nighttime has come, put another log in that stove. Sit, think about the good old time. Yes, we are blessed, that's the story of my life. Down on this farm, story of my life. Come on, story of my life.
Sitting on the couch with nothing better to do and watch YouTube all day and night. How many screens do you need, baby? I watch YouTube all day. I live my life through YouTube. 'Cause every day I start my own drama. I have hidden agenda to say. I watch YouTube all day. No pictures needed. I live behind my screens without sharing who I
we brought to your life every day. And they say, may love, joy, and peace be brought to your life every day. And they say, I say you multiple personalities, but I say, who are you? Don't watch them, don't watch you. It's on a parade, do this, do that, take to this person only or else. I say, why can't we all get along? I'm finding this hard to be, keep people together in harmony. But I love you, may love, joy, and peace be brought to your life every day. And they say,
So you're wild, so you fly. Everybody's welcome, no need to be shy. It's all about the talk, we're sharing the vibe. Don't waste your time, let's feel alive. My love, my joy, my peace, spreading happiness, never gonna cease. Come on and join, let's make it complete. We'll dance and sing to the rhythm beat. We'll dance and sing to the rhythm's beat. Life's only, that's what we're about. No negativity, we're shutting it out. Smile on your face, let it shine so bright. Love, joy, and peace will guide us through the night. Joy and peace will guide us through the night. Life's only, that's what we're about. No negativity, we're shutting it out. Smile on your face, let it shine so bright. Love, joy, and peace will guide us through the night.
Robot Andy in his fast car. No need to beat party, live and grinding, moving so.
Can you hear me? Hello? I don't know. They sure got hot and heavy earlier. Oh, there. I was like, this is nuts. This whole situation is kind of fucked up. And it's bad that he took it as, you know, finding the one, and it wasn't the one. I just think I don't know, it's just crazy. And now he's kind of fucked because it ain't like he's a millionaire. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's crazy. Her own words. Yeah, but okay, wait a minute. So since she's such a dishonest person, right? How do you know that that wasn't scripted? Here, I'm going to text you a bunch of shit and then you can post it, right? It could all be scripted on that end too. Cutthroat. But now there's a real fucking issue because it ain't like he's from there. Yeah, here's the thing. You can't believe everything on the fucking internet. And you can't believe, oh, God damn it. You can't believe everything. Because everything's for a click and a view. Or somebody has some other narrative that they're going to fucking preach on. It's as bad as fucking churches if you think about it. The churches want you to come learn about God. I've been on this kick with that for a minute. This past week, I've kind of self-examined myself in some ways. Spiritually. Everybody does this. Well, maybe not everybody, but I'm weird like that. But, how these churches don't want to help people when that's really what they were meant to do. A live stream is almost like a church in some ways too. Not the helping part, but they can't help themselves but to gossip. And what's the number one reason why a lot of people don't go to church? Is because the church members always gossip about somebody. Or even the preacher will too. You know, to each their own, but I growing up, I was in church. And I watched my parents go through a lot of shit. Good Lord. It's bad. But these churches, they're all about money. And I get it. It takes, money to... They got bills, they got taxes. Well, not necessarily taxes. But, salaries, whatever. I get it. It's became a job. And not some that are, maybe seeking God's heart and whatever. But these churches, they don't care about their flock. Because they're getting a paycheck. They got a nice house to live in. They got nice clothes to wear. They drive a fancy car. Meanwhile, maybe 20% of their members are struggling hard. Or for that matter, the community is struggling where the church is located, and they're not giving to that. No, that's good to know. Because in the Bible it states, come to me as you are. I really believe sometimes they misconstrued all this stuff so bad. They push the flock away instead of watching over the flock. But we as human beings, that's what we do too. Everybody'd be like, well, why don't you go to church? Well, I have a long list of reasons why I don't attend an actual church. That's good. That's good to hear. There are a few. There are a few. You know. Okay, so I'm not giving any power to any man. Put religion with terms, anyways. I'm not going to badmouth certain, but I'll say it like this. In this community that I live in, the number one religion that helps the local community here is the Catholic Church. They actually feed the people. I think they're and the Lutherans do it too here. But you don't hear about the Baptist, the Pentecostal, the Methodist. I mean, there's a whole list. Some of them actually have an outreach program. Well, I will say this. The Baptist church here has a big outreach program that they built a few places to help the community. Build a community center to help people educate and whatnot. Only one was good. That's terrible. Right, exactly. You know, and God forgive me if I'm going to encourage that, but you know what? We are the church. We are the body of Christ, so. And that's in the Bible. We're supposed to assemble ourselves with other folks, but I don't know. Teach their own on that one. But I just kind of congregate to my own self. And everybody had, to teach their own on that. I'm not going to push that, but I'm so sick of. I literally told God today that I'm just sick of the way man has ran his name in the ground. And these churches, here, we'll put names in, like Joel Osteen, a big one. Jesse Duplantis. What's that one that we were talking about him today? There's a whole list I can go run through. They've done it for the fame and fortune. They had the Lear jets, the fancy mansions. And they ain't hurting. But there's so many of them anymore that have just, to me, blasphemed the gospel. They blasphemed his son. And they're all doing it for the walk of fame. They ain't doing that to make sure that people make it to heaven and help the flock and the community. And I'm sickened by it. Yeah, we're talking about it, right? I guess this is kind of church. This is Madness Church. Everybody's going to serve God the way they want to. I'm not pushing a narrative, or don't even listen to me. But I'm just seeing it I'm just talking about how I see it now. I don't want to be involved. I have a Bible, I pray, I read. And that's all you're going to do anyways when you go to the church. But it's just, it's made me sick to my stomach. You're supposed to give your tithes, your 10%. I was telling Figs this today. I said, I'm guilty. I'll give back what God has given me. But like my parents, they went to a church. They paid tithes to the church that they went to. I don't even go to a church. So who am I supposed to give my 10% to? And I don't know necessarily know if I want to give 10% to any of these churches. Because number one, I know it says in the Bible, give as it's given unto you. And give with a kind heart. And I know you're supposed to do this to break the curse over your life of the devourer over your life, so that way your walk will be prosperous. But it doesn't necessarily mean money. There's just a blessing that is put over your life. And the hand of God is put upon you. But I said, how am I supposed to do this when I'm not associated with the church? And, the one thing that the churches mimicked in the Old Testament was what Moses made in the desert, the temple, to carry the Ark of the Covenant and all that. That's kind of how these churches were built and mimicked that. And I said, and before that, before there was an actual, structure, they would make a blazing altar to burn their, whatever God has blessed them with. I said, so how am I supposed to build an altar and burn this? And that's between me and God and anybody else. But it's just questions I have that I'm trying to figure out. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. And I just don't want to. I guess it's me being selfish and greedy, maybe, I don't know. But I don't feel like giving a church money when I know that they're not helping their flock nor the community that they're in. Maybe I should give my 10% to a Catholic church that's actually helping the needy here, where they have programs and, they help the homeless and the people, they feed the community and stuff like that. I'd rather put my money there. That way I know it's going for the cause that it should be doing. And I'm not a Catholic by any means, but I just think that sounds better to me. I have these questions in my head about it. I guess it could be. But I know there's an offering that you have to do. I don't know where it's at in the scripture, but it's how I was also raised too. Because the bottom line is, and what it says in the Bible, if God has blessed you, you're supposed to give it. Whatever God has given you, you should, if you know somebody in need. I mean, that could be the way I could do it too, is there's plenty of people on the streets begging for money. And just go give them that. Like that guy Nate, just Nate, he's on YouTube. He started helping his people where he lives in Nevada, helping them people that are homeless and stuff. What can I get you today? Yeah, well, you probably understand what I'm talking about, Cherry. So did I. My latter years of school was spent in a private church school that we went to. But like that, see, I'm going to speak on this and I don't care. The church that we went to was literally like an occult. Not such a David Koresh issue, but they had there was a persona that they really were pushing there. And for a while, the church went well, and then things started happening. Even with my own parents, they seen it. The final message that I do remember that caused my parents to really raise an eyebrow is when the minister that I'm talking about is passed away several years ago. He told the congregation to look at him as Jesus. Like, what? You are not Jesus by any means. Nobody is. Like, what you mean? And that disturbed my parents. And knowing some things, because my parents actually worked in that church, and they gave lots and lots of money. The money thing should never be talked about, but my mom and dad believed that they just give that preacher money, money, money. Oh, yeah. They had it was all about the prosperity message the wrong way. And then to look at him as Jesus, like, what? And people were dropping from that church left and right. I think they might have 10 people left in that church when a couple hundred people used to come. That church would be full of people. And then people started noticing, that people gossip, blah, blah, blah. Had questions, and then if you had questions, you were wrong, he's right, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was absolutely insane, but their main thing was, please give us money. I feel it in my heart that somebody should give $50 today. I have it in my heart that somebody needs to give $150 today. I have it in my heart that somebody needs to pay $200 today. And if that's you, you better give it in the offering. That's how the services worked. They were pressing upon more than just the tithe. They had envelopes they would pass around. If you felt led to give 50, 25, 100, 200. That's how they were paying their bills and their lifestyle. We need people to give so much a month. Take this envelope. Like, it was constant money, and I get it, okay? Running a building is not free. There's all kinds of things you have to pay. Just like having a house. You want electricity, you got to pay for electricity. You want gas, you got to pay for gas. You want water, you got to pay for water. Repairs need to be done. I get that, okay? But this is going beyond that. We're talking $1,000 suits and dresses and shoes and gold watches and gold rings and gold chains, and the preacher's wife had her nails done, the hair done, come on. That's the lifestyle that everybody was paying for. Not just necessarily, the monthly note that would come up on the church itself. You're lining his pockets left and right. Oh, yeah, I know, right? And just like that, I understand that the Roman Catholic Church is next to the oldest religion worldwide. But that's a lot of idol worship. And they don't necessarily pray to Jesus. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they pray to the Mother Mary. And then they tell that priest their sins, and they think they're forgiven. Yeah. There's a whole lot of blasphemy going on. And to each their own. Make sure that you mind your own fig tree, is what I want to say. And you look at that fig tree, and if you remove that leaf and that fig is rotten, it's got bad. It's terrible anymore. It's just, it's out of control. I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom break. You know, this is a touchy subject, and I know it is. But I'm just kind of I'm just laying my heart out there, what I've been thinking about. And everybody takes a spiritual look at themselves sooner or later in life. And that was just me doing that to myself. I had convictions too. And I'm not perfect by any means. We all die daily, right? There's a lot of days that I'm thank God for His mercy and grace because I'm just stupid. Like I told Figs, I said, what's funny is when I was younger, a whole lot younger than this, when I was going to that church school, because you know we dug deep. They taught us how to reference the Bible and deepen the deep concordance, and you know I found my own scriptures my way. But at one time I wanted to be a preacher's wife. I wanted to marry a preacher man, but I'm telling you what, right now, I'm glad I didn't go that route. Because of what I went through as a younger person, up until now even, I'm glad I didn't walk that route. Because I wouldn't want to be known as somebody that's stealing from the flock. And stealing from the community. And just hurting God Himself, you know? I'm torn. I am totally torn on this a lot. I don't know if it's just because of what I went through as a kid too with my parents. But I sure have watchful eyes on this stuff and I don't like it. And it makes me sick. Because here's the bottom line. No matter what, Jesus was the son of a carpenter. He was not in a multi-billion-dollar industry, okay? He followed in the footsteps of his earthly father, which was a carpenter. He wasn't making millions of dollars. And when he walked with the disciples, they weren't making multi-million dollars, telling them about the good word. That's the way I look at that. He even told them at this one town to put the beggar bowls away because he knew the town was broke. Yeah, a donkey, right? Salvation was supposed to always be free and up to individual people. Not, hey, give me $25 and you're going to be saved. Or somebody said this on the TikTok, I heard it. Because, you know, they're talking about all these churches not wanting to give this, because this young mother made the post about it, okay? Whether it was for views or fame, but it spoke a lot of truth. The church was not supposed to be a Vegas show. Because now you got the coffee bars, and they have, you know, the bookstore, where you could buy the audio tapes or whatever the fuck it is now. But it was never supposed to be a Vegas show. And sometimes, with a lot of these churches today, that's the only way they got people in. Because they can buy their coffee, they can have their donuts, all with a small price. And then they can buy their books that they wrote. Literally party it up before they get in the sanctuary. And then the whole thing is a scripted Vegas show. We're going to sing our 3 or 4 songs. The choir is going to get up here and sing. And then the preacher's going to get up and say a few words. We're going to take the offering, and then you're going to go home. And not caring that maybe there was a sinner in there. But maybe they bought the cup of coffee. The one thing I do know about the Assemblies of God is if you become associated with the Assemblies of God and they ordain you, they're going to give you a church, they're going to give you a house, and then they're going to mail you your sermons for every month that you're going to stand up on that pulpit and say, no need to go in the prayer closet and get on your hands and knees and beg God for his wisdom and mercy so you could talk to your flock. They are all scripted. And the Assemblies is a big one, just like the Catholic Church. And they're on a salary. They live in a very nice home. And they have deacons and all this stuff in their church. But every month they get their sermons mailed to them so they can get up there and make Sister Mary Joseph over here, make sure she's happy that she heard her sermon, and not caring that they're bringing in the lost. And it's a great big money-making organization. And I don't believe any of them preachers care. They have a title. They have basically a degree. And then they have a very simple life living. And they don't drive no jalopy, and they don't live in no shack. It's sick. It is so sick. And that disturbs me. And it's not just here, it's everywhere. But I don't know, that's just where I've been at too. You can hate me for what I'm saying, but it's stuff I'm working out. I'm just, maybe other people are out here doing that too. You know, all this thing about the food stamps being gone and stuff like that. Oh, that's beautiful. See that's great. See, if you're going to have something like that, but I understand food costs. I mean, let's be logical here. This is not Jesus feeding the 5,000, right, with the 2 loaves and the 2 fishes. But maybe it can. I'm not doubting that. But maybe you should give like that, free. To me, if you went, there's going to be a budget. I get it. But if you have extra left over, then you need to be giving it to the community or in your congregation, whatever. I don't know what the right thing is to say. And I get it. God gave us, people with wisdom and insight, and, not everybody's stupid no more. But it just lit up my eyes. And I've known about that, though, for a while. It's not like it's brand new. But it's just more about deceiving people more than anything. And as long as you keep these 5 people happy, you're going to have a church. And as long as they give their money, we're good to go. But no. It doesn't sit right with me. It really doesn't. That's awesome. And that's another thing, see. if you're going to be Christ-like, you're going to love everybody. That's like the top thing that you have to do. Because if you're going to mimic the footsteps of Jesus Christ himself, you're going to love everybody. And you're going to help as many people as you can. Because that's what the disciples were told to do. There ain't going to be, well, this person has too many tattoos, or this person's this, and this person's that. Jesus didn't see none of that. He looked into your heart and seen your heart and what it was for. It's to be the lighthouse, to be the light in the darkness, because there's a whole lot of darkness in this world. You got to shine your light to draw the people near the light, so they're not lost. Oh, that's awesome. But you know, I'm not saying every single minister is like this, okay? But it sure has been exposed lately about all this stuff. And you just want to look, you want to look. Just like that, John the Baptist. We get into that. I love talking about John the Baptist. That man never left that river. He kept calling day and night and day. How many John the Baptists are there now in the world? Where they would literally get in the river and just keep crying out and never leave that water. Yeah. That man slept in that river. And when Jesus walked in, he felt the water change, and he knew who he was getting ready to baptize. Come as you are, yeah. Ain't that what they used to play at the old Billy Graham's crusades? I remember going to seeing Billy Graham when he came here in the late 80s. Mom followed him, and we seen Jimmy Swaggart too in the early 80s, late 80s, when he came to Indianapolis. But like that, do you know who Carmen is? He's a Christian singer. We went to see Carmen, but didn't even pay nothing to see them. Like Jimmy Swaggart and them. Oh, wow, that's awesome. It's like this one guy, what is it? Titus? Is that his name? I can't think. I watch his channel. It's like I don't know if he was like a Mennonite, an Amish. I don't know. I'm probably going to say it wrong. But he's doing what basically the Amish folks do. And he's building a church. He's in Kentucky. I watch him sometimes. He uploads videos about stuff. It's interesting. Oh, yeah. Good evening. But he he had to get people to stop. He got a phone, and they were leaving him so many voice messages. He calls out to people to come help him build his church that he's building. But they were leaving him so many messages that he couldn't get through them all. It's the worst thing to do is put your number out on the internet. But I don't know. I'm just somebody that has an opinion and just sharing an insight of what I've seen and how I feel. And it's just disturbing anymore. Oh, okay. What is it? A Destination Storm. She does something. I need to pop in to see what they do, but the only thing I don't like is that she thinks about all them aliens all the time. It's like, oh, okay. The Ironwood Podcast. But it's like, Richie the Barber, too. He changed his life. He made himself into a clown. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And, he's got piercing and tattoos from the top of his head probably to the sole of his feet. And look, God changed him. He's a live streamer on YouTube. We know him. Well, I don't personally know him, but now he just preaches the word. Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is, you're supposed to humble yourself before God anyways. So it's nice to hear that he's a humble soul. Sometimes I often wonder, in the Bible, how it talks about the body of Christ. And then, these churches, that's what they have done, supposedly, is to make it to be the body of Christ. But they sure ain't living it. So I often wonder, no matter what, we are the body of Christ. Our heart is connected to heaven constantly. It's the lifeline. Like, maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe we're not supposed to be in these buildings, whatever. And I'm not saying that's right. But it just makes you wonder. Yeah. Yep. That's what we got to do. People give me the devil for saying that. But I don't care anymore at this point. That's right. He's just a vessel. But it's who I really am. And all in a nutshell. That's right. Well, that's when you're supposed to shout. That's where our earthly minds cannot comprehend this in so many ways. That, in the storm, you're supposed to shout and thank God constantly. Yes. Like, we're not supposed to be happy when a baby is born. We're supposed to mourn when the baby is born. And then we're supposed to rejoice in a funeral. And I never can get that around my head. Like, I can't do that. And I know it's the way we're supposed to do it, but my mom used to always laugh at me when I would talk about that. I was like, how are we supposed to do that? Like, we do it the opposite so bad. Like, there's so many people that get happy, and it's not that it's wrong, but it's like we're supposed to mourn when a baby's born into this world. It's like, I can't do that. And it's hard to be happy when somebody passes away that you truly love. I'm thankful that, like, my mom, she's not here, and she's not sick no more and stuff. She knows no pain now, and I thank God for that. But it still sucks that she's not here. It doesn't change that. Every day is a gift. We've seen that sunrise, it's a gift. Another day has passed. What time is it? Okay, I'm good. I don't want to get too deep in thought and then be like, oh no, I forgot to go get fixed. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a different way. I don't know, I don't mean to talk about this. But it's just... And it's not like things have not been exposed by certain churches and certain ministries and preachers and televangelists and these people that do these huge crusades and whatnot. And I'll say this too. Everybody is a man. There is nobody on the face of this earth that is perfect by any means. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God every day. We die daily. Things happen. But God can change a heart no matter what. But anymore, it just seems like all these people anymore are just... It's ridiculous. What was it I was watching? There was something I was watching on YouTube. This guy who was going around. Where did he go? Because who I was watching it on? It was about Joel Osteen. And the guy tried to get to him and expose him and his team of people, my Lord. Yeah, okay, right, Terry. But like that, I take it as he that has an ear, let them hear. And, some people are just downright despicable. And it is hard to overlook that. But see, that's where the grace of God comes in. But it's hard for us because we build all these, like, people should act this way, people should look this way. That's just us in general. Oh, yeah. Huh. But I don't know how to say that. And look, every time, I'll say this, every time I hear about, like, these gossip channels, the number one thing that nobody should be doing is gossiping. We all know that. Logically. And look how destructive and just how carried away it gets. And all you need is a couple people to have an opinion, and there you go. And everybody's entitled to that, yes, to each their own. But look at the destruction of how they do this stuff. It's like, my goodness. And their opinion's right and you're wrong. Yeah, he's probably happy with us right now. We're all getting graced. No, don't say that. I think that's why I can't. Number one, I could sit here and I could martyr people left and right. I really could. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to call people out for that because it's not right. Because as soon as I start saying something, I feel the conviction on it. Like, shh. Because who are we and who are you, madness? I'm just a human being out here. And I'm not perfect by any means, and I have many faults. Many faults. But I could sit here and I could tear people up and down one side and down the other, but where's it really going to get you? Hands down, where's that going to really get you? And I don't necessarily want to be one of them kind of channels either, where we're just going to sit here and tear people down left and right. That's just not right. And it's not. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, it is what it is. There's some people that love just staying in the pattern of mistakes and not changing it for the better. Or for the good for them, even. It's just how it is. So some people just stay in that hole or whatever, and they're happy there. No matter what. Moses went into the desert and he found God. I always think about that. He was a sinful man. And when he was pushed out of Pharaoh's throne, he went into that desert as a sinner. And then he found God. So there's hope for anybody out there. Whatever you're going through, whatever it may look like. Just remember that Moses was a sinner too when he found God. And he did a mighty work later. Yep. The chaos, though, Cherry, tonight, all over this, all over Pines. It's, I don't know what to who's right, who's wrong. But the situation that he's in, it's crazy. It was cracking me up though, because of Buddy being on there, and he was on the phone with him, and he was just. But I agree. Are you going to be the Jerry Lewis of YouTube? Are you going to do telethons every time something happens with your folks, or, for this matter, a stranger that you don't even know? And I'm not talking against Taurus by any means, but he did know the situation more. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's right on that, but are you going to sit there and have a telethon every time something comes up? Like, that's not right. That's like these TV preachers getting on here. I need you to give. We have a need here. It's just like right now, everywhere you go right now, because it's the holiday season, right? And I think it is so absolutely insane how much, like, you can go to McDonald's or wherever you're going, and they're asking you to, can you give $1? Or when at Walmart right now too, can you donate some money to this organization? Like, it is so overly done. It's absolutely insane. Like, bro, why don't you give me $1? Can I sit here and ask for $1 too? And what's even more crazier, right? So you can't panhandle at these places legally, but yet they're panhandling to you because you came there to buy something. Like, it's so insane. What's up, robot? Yeah. I mean, he had a point. You're going to sit there and even watch an hour. And if you are being entertained by that person, you should donate something. That's just kind of the give and take of it. Because ain't nobody trying to do anything like that for free. Entertainment comes with a cost. And if you feel that you have been entertained, you should give even $1. Yeah. I don't know. But I will say this, though, too. I get what Buddy was saying about it, too, because he's like, well, what's going to be the next thing? It's not that he's changing the situation. So he is going to be there until spring. If Cryptic was in here, he'd tell you how long that winter is up there in Maine. It's even past springtime. Do you blame the guy for wanting to be there? No, because in Maine they get feet of snow, and that it's cold. But if it's, yes, to me, if you're going to end up being there, then you need to find some kind of housing and not being, living in the woods or even in your car. It's not a great lifestyle by any means. But, like, I don't know. He sees it as content. Okay. People love the misery. But it's not new to him. He's basically a woodsman. He just came out off the mountain, so to say. Yeah, it's too much snow. He's kind of stuck there. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to be stuck there, be more humane about your situation, maybe. I don't know if he gets a check, whatever, but maybe there's a place that you can get monthly and live there. I know there's timeshares galore in fucking Florida. Good God. And I get it, that costs money. But I'm sure that there's, yeah. I'm sure there's something to be a resident there for a bit. You're a snowbird. And I don't know what the price of this stuff is. Yeah, it's totally different. It's even different than here. I lived there 3 years, I know. I wouldn't mind being a snowbird. But right now that's not in the ballpark for us. But maybe one day. Oh no. Yeah. But no matter what, okay, so he was inspired by a lady to go there, and then the lady threw him out. So his plan that he thought was, it was destroyed. But that's the main thing. He was inspired by somebody to go there. And then that somebody gave up on him. But maybe that's where the fail is too. To put yourself in, to be vulnerable. I can't say it. And she was. She was so playing him. You dirty. Okay. Oh, robot. She led him down a path that was wrong. What would you do, Jimmy, if you put yourself in that situation? Say you were talking to some girl states away. And she's like, "Oh, you better come here. You think you're in love. You've got the stars in your eyes for this person." And you go there, and maybe a few weeks of you think it's going good, and then boom, it falls out and you get thrown out. What are you going to do? To me, maybe he should have only did like a week and then went back home. That would have probably been a better plan. Being that they never met in person. Talk on the phone all you can all day long. That ain't going to get you to know if there's a connection or not. I would be devastated. Man or woman, it wouldn't matter. I'd be devastated. It's called work. Yeah. I kind of agree with that though, Cherry. To me, he should have. He was starstruck. Let's be honest. You all had the wrong job. Dang it. Oh, yikes. That catfish stuff is just. I remember when I first heard about that on TV with Neve. Watched the movie and then the show, showing how many demented people there are out there doing that catfish bullshit. That's what's bad. You can hype up a picture or anything anymore. Yeah. Pass around. A groupie. There's people double dipping. Ugh. Lovely. I think he does because he's not a young man, but I think he's on Social Security. So he only gets so much a month. But I try to know his business like that, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not young. Well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day for him. The kindness of somebody being shown. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. See, like that, like, okay, live streaming, you expose so much about yourself that, there's some things that should not be exposed, right? Private matters. Privacy is everything. And to me, even, yeah, like, that is not right to even say, really. Like, it's just wild. Yeah. It's just what's going to go down. It's kind of nuts. I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And, you know, it ain't going to matter what anybody says, right? Who did what, who did who, this back and forth, it doesn't really matter. I guess run the script. It'll pay itself in the end. There's enough bottom feeders in the world that will get on the train with it. And we could say, well, this person's terrible for doing that. But in the end, he kind of done it to himself, period. I will say that much. Yeah. But it's, how would you say it? So it's like a dating app. And, you know, it's the yeses and the nos, and let's talk for a few. And then when you do go in person, it's a total different feel because it's not on the internet no more. But the way that we have done the love connection over the years of time, you know, it used to be courting. You know, you had to ask the mom and dad, and you couldn't really do a whole lot. Like, it's how much everything is changed over the centuries of time. It's just, it's nuts. This whole thing is just absolutely nuts. It's better, I guess it's better than a sitcom, right? And then it's like, who's going to be the next one? I'm like, oh, Lord. It just keeps going and going. See, if the writers are not watching these YouTube channels that are hot and bothered and everything, they wouldn't have a script. The scripts are being wrote here on YouTube. So the script writers are losing their jobs because people have the ability to go live and really share some messed up stuff that maybe they couldn't put on TV. Yeah. It ain't like you go out and they socialize or whatever like they used to, and it's all based on the internet. It's like my son and his wife. They met on the internet. And my daughter and her boyfriend, they met on the internet too. But it doesn't happen for most people sometimes like that. But it is what it is, I guess. This has been a messed up conversation. And it needs to come to a close because I need to go get fixed. We've just been blabbling, talking, trying to be kind, trying to figure things out. Yeah, you know what? You said it right. The trusting thing. It's like, dude, you need to look at it like everybody is not trustworthy at all. It's not like you've been doing this 5 years. You just hit the live button. But it's just, I don't know. Uh, One train wreck to the next. Anyways, I think I'm done blabbling. Yeah, real shit here. Maybe too much. Maybe I'm too real. I am too real. Cause I don't know how to script it, and I don't want to. I ain't got time to edit my mouth. Yeah. I'm just me. Hi. It is what it is, unfortunately. It really is. Sometimes it's just madness. Too much. Too much. What you doing? Quit doing that, you stupid thing. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. You guys rock. Everybody have a good night, good day, whatever. See you later.
In my world of madness, there's freedom for everyone. No matter who you are or where you come from, we're all equal at my round table. No need to feel glum. We're breaking the rules, going against the grain. In this crazy kingdom, nothing's ever the same. We dance to the beat of our own drum, unleashing the madness, having so much fun. Welcome to the round table of madness. Come on in, no need to be normal. Just embrace your own